Sometimes the smallest things speak the biggest things to your soul. So last night I had a very confusing and a very funny dream that somehow, and I know this dream is super funny, geographically not possible, but I had a dream that I'm starting from my home in India and I'm going to Canada by road. I have a car and I have a license and I'm driving. And because I'm so exhausted, I kind of, and my mobile battery is low, I I kind of know the way, so I'm just driving along by following my intuition, and I'm very exhausted. And in the evening, I see there is like a small, house somewhere where I can actually rest for the evening. So I decide to rest there. And in the morning, I wake up and I'm looking around me and I'm all confused. Where am I? And then I see a Indian family outside and I ask them, "Hey, where are we? Like, what's this place?" And they tell me we are in Chile, and we are 15 minutes away from the border. And I'm like all confused. I started to go to Canada, which is in the northern part, and like I'm in Chile, which is in South America. Like, how is this even possible? And I was very curious as to what did this dream even mean. And kind of like sat for hours thinking about it, and reflecting even with chat gpt to figure out what is the hidden meaning of this dream of mine, right? And kind of figured it out. And it's very funny actually. Then I also asked that family that, hey, how far are we from Canada? And then they tell me that, oh, we are like the amount of distance or the hours I thought it will take from for me to go from India to Canada, twice, more than twice. Like if it took 4 hours, it's like 10 hours away. And I'm like actually laughing at this, and I'm like, oh my god, how did I even end up in the opposite side of the world? How is it even possible? And I'm laughing with them. And then suddenly I see my mom over there, and I'm asking her help to help me pack up my stuff. And then I see that she's busy with her packing. And then I just decide to do the packing myself. And this was a very weird dream. I started to find this a little funny, but when I dug deep into this dream, I kind of figured out that maybe this dream was telling me something much deeper, right? I think we live most of our lives very unconscious. We're not even consciously aware of our actions. We're just doing things without like really thinking, is this my true nature? Is this something that my heart wants to do, that my soul is aligned with? We don't ask ourselves these questions. We just keep on doing things. And then later, suddenly, one morning, we wake up and realize, oh my god, where am I? And we ask other people and we realize we like more than twice the distance of our original destination, right? The true north, and then we end up in the south. And it kind of symbolically represents like sometimes we just get lost. We don't even know where we are headed to. We think we're following our intuition, but we get lost. And I think the moment we wake up and we ask these questions to ourselves, we do realize, oh my god, if I'm not where I want to be, maybe I took a detour in the wrong direction, right? And this is a moment of either you can fall into sadness and depression. Oh my god, all this waste, I drove so much and this is all a waste, now I'm so far. I can either sit and cry, or I can just laugh about it and actually say, oh, it's okay, no worries, I'll actually now start my journey with the right navigation system. And I think this was a very interesting realization. And also this realization that in my dream, when I was asking my mother to help me to pack up my things, and she is busy in her own packing up journey, I felt like so many times we're looking for external people, especially like parents or friends, to help us to do certain things. But we forget that they are also their own souls. They also have their own journey. They also have their own luggage to unpack and pack. And sometimes the biggest service we can do to ourselves is to pick up after ourselves, to not feel defeated after we've had a big detour in life. If we wanted to reach here, but right now we are like at a lower stage in our life, it's okay. Like, forgive yourself, show yourself some grace, be kind to yourself, and pick up, just laugh and pick up the pieces back together and start heading back north, and you will reach there.